Hello everyone, welcome to Telugu One Academy. Today we will be learning about the NIA, that is National Investigation Agency, which was formed soon after the Mumbai attacks. Okay, let's know about the National Investigation Agency first. It is the central agency to investigate and prosecute offences which are related to affecting the sovereignty, security and integrity of India, security of a state and friendly relations with the foreign states, against atomic and nuclear facilities and smuggling in high quality counterfeiting currency. Okay, these are the three important mandates of NIA, that is nothing but National Intelligence Investigation Agency, which comes under the government of India. Okay, so please note these three important points, that is they are going to counter the currency counterfeiting, they are also going to counter the attack on nuclear facilities of India and also attack on the atomic and nuclear facilities, counter on the sovereignty, security of India, and even when it comes to the threat of international relations with the neighboring or any other country. It implements the international treaties, agreements and conventions and relations of United Nations, its agencies and other international organizations. Its objective is also to combat terror in India. It acts as a central counter-terrorist law enforcement agency and it has its headquarters in New Delhi with sub-branches which held at Hyderabad, Guwahati, Kochi, Lucknow, Mumbai, Kolkata, Raipur and Jammu. So it has its branches spread in north to south and east to west. What is the mandate of National Investigation Agency? The cases are assigned to National Investigation Agency by the central government in accordance with the Section 6 of NIA Act 2008. As I have said you, soon after the Mumbai attacks, the government felt we do not have a separate institution which is exclusively in gathering the intelligence and investigation of terrorist activities in India. So they made this institution and the act itself says in the section 4 that the cases are allotted to it by central government. And there has been a very controversy, especially in the case of NIA, that it is against the federal nature of Indian constitution. Because my friends, police and public order is the subject of state. When it comes to the NIA can overtake the cases of the state acts taken place in the state government so that it has implement in all over India. So cases even with the state government can be handed over to the NIA, especially when they are in the nature of terrorism. The investigation of the cases is done by the agency independently and after investigation, the cases are placed before NIA's special court. This is very important point which shows that NIA is not just a law enforcement agency but also it has its own speedy judicial system. Okay, as it has its own special courts. For prosecuting the accused under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and certain other scheduled offences, the agency seeks sanction from the central government. So you need to note a point which is called scheduled offences. The term scheduled offences is not new, my friends. Schedule is nothing but whenever a policy is made or an act is made by the parliament, it contains few sub articles such as Unlawful Activities Act. If all these acts are named in your statutory place, then those acts become scheduled acts. The sanction is granted under the UAPA based on the report of the authority constituted under section 45/2 of UAPA, that is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. It is empowered to deal with the terror related crimes across states without any special permission from the states. Even CBI, my friends, it need to take permission from the state whenever the case is held in the state. If it is given by the Supreme Court or it has been recommended by the High Court, then there is no need of permission in the case of CBI. So these are all the various acts which are dealt or schedule acts which are dealt by the NIA. It comes at Anti-Hijacking Act, Arms Act, Atomic Energy Act, Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, Constitution of India they follow. They also follow the Criminal Law Amendment Act, Rules and Regulations on High Counterfeit Currency Offences, and even Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act 1999. Okay, all these are the different acts which the NIA deal with. So next thing is smuggling and terror funding. Especially, my friends, the amendments which were made in the eventual years in the case of National Investigation Agency has brought offences related to smuggling in high quality counterfeiting currency and into the smuggling and terror funding cell of the NIA. So it even has a separate cell in the case of terror funding and fake currency cell, which does various activities. Let me tell you some of the important activities. So some of the activities is to curb the aspects of terror financing and terror funding, and fake currency cell has been created in the NIA. The cell maintains a database of terror financing and cases of fake Indian currency notes. Okay, all the data is stored, it shares the data, it disseminates the data with other intellectual agencies or intelligent agencies. The terrorist financing and fake currency also conducts a part of investigation into terror financing aspects and regular cases investigated by the NIA. The TFFC cell conducts verifications of bank accounts of suspects that are linked with the Naxal groups also. So there are exclusive left-wing extremism group within the NIA. Okay, they have a separate cell for left-wing extremism, and this NIA comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs, reviews the manpower, financial and infrastructure requirements of the NIA from time to time. So one need to remember, my friends, most of the institutions which are intelligent institutions are either under the Ministry of Home Affairs or either under the Ministry of Finance or either under the Ministry of Defense, or they are independent from themselves and they come under the Cabinet Secretariat. So please note all the institutions and their mother or father organization, whatever you want to name them. What exactly is the vision of National Intelligence Agency? One need to note down. The National Intelligence Agency aims to be thoroughly professional investigative agency matching the best international standards. They want to be one of the best investigation agency matching international standards. The NIA aims to set the standards of excellence in counter-terrorism and national security related investigation at national level by developing into highly trained partnership oriented workforce. That is, they don't want to be individual among themselves but to train with all other intelligence agencies like RAW, IB, and even if needed international agencies also. NIA aims at creating deterrence for existing and potential terrorist groups and individuals. It aims to develop as a storehouse of all terrorist related information. Because of this leading NIA's role, my friend, because of its intellectual gathering, more number of terrorists were captured, and it also has a high amount of cases which were resolved, okay, when compared to other institutions. What is the mission of this NIA? The mission is in-depth professional investigation of scheduled offences using the latest scientific methods of investigation and setting up such standards as to ensure all cases entrusted to NIA are detected, ensuring efficiency and a speedy trial is the mission of National Investigation Agency. And we'll also see developing into a thoroughly professional result-oriented organization upholding Constitution of India and laws of land, giving prime importance to the protection of human rights and dignity of individual is also another mission of NIA. Developing a professional workforce through regular training and exposure to the best practices and procedures all over the world, you can say. Displaying scientific temper and progressive spirit while discharging their duties. Inducting modern methods and latest technologies in every sphere of investigation. Next, maintaining professional and cordial relation with government of states, union territories and other law enforcement agencies in compliance with the legal provisions of the NIA Act. Assist all the states and other union territories in case of investigation on terrorist related activities. Build a database on all terrorist related information. Share the database with the intelligent agencies are the mission and visions. and even it does small sort of research. They study all the actions which are taking place in all over India, and they analyze that, and they even provide regular evaluation to win confidence of citizens of India thoroughly through selfless and fearless endeavor. Selfless and fearless endeavors is the major mission. So there has been a recent amendment to this NIA Act, and few extra schedule offences were added, and the jurisdiction has been extended. Let's see what are the important points one need to note from the recent amendment. So the bill seeks to allow NIA to investigate following additional offences. What are the additional offences apart from counterfeiting currency, terrorist financing, funding and etc. is, one is human trafficking, very important, manufacture and sale of prohibited arms, offences related to counterfeit of currencies and banknotes, as I said you. Cyber terrorism has also come under the purview of NIA now. Offences under the Explosive Substances Act 1908. This is also very important. So, as I told you, what exactly the schedule offence? Schedule offences are those offences which are listed in the act or act which has been framed, which gives the powers to the NIA. So initially it contained only Atomic Energy Act 1962, Unlawful Activities Act 1967, but now it contains also the newly added acts which related to human trafficking, counterfeiting of currency. It also has cyber terrorism. Please note them down. Please note them down. Cyber terrorism, banknotes, counterfeiter, and Explosive Substances Act 1908 have been added into the recent amendment. So what is the jurisdiction of NIA? You know, even through this amendment, the jurisdiction of NIA has been extended. Now it doesn't only have the jurisdiction in only the territories of India. Even if the crime or criminal has been escaped from India to a foreign country, now their jurisdiction expanded to even that foreign country where this terrorist is hiding. They can even pick that person and come to bring that terrorist to India. But this is based on the international treaties what India has with those countries where terrorists are hiding after committing a crime in India. So as I said, the officers of NIA have the same power as the police officers in relation to investigation of such offences across India. Have the power to investigate scheduled offences committed outside India also. That's the important point. Please note it down. Subjected to international treaties and domestic laws of the other countries. The central government may direct NIA to investigate such cases if the offence has been committed in India. The special court in New Delhi will have jurisdiction over these cases. That is NIA special court, which is in Delhi, has all the powers under this. What are these special courts, my friends? Okay, let's learn. The central government, for the trial of scheduled offences which are mentioned in the NIA Act, constitute one or more special courts. So under section 11 of the NIA Act, 11 and 22 of NIA Act, they can establish one or more number of special courts to dispose of the cases which are scheduled cases under NIA Act. So what is the composition of this judicial institution under NIA? The special court shall be presided over by a judge to be appointed. Who appoints this judge, my friend? Is appointed by the central government on the recommendations of the Chief Justice of the High Court, okay, where this special court has been established in that state, in which the jurisdiction comes. So that state Chief Justice will recommend some names and it will be appointed by the central government. The central government may, if required, appoint an additional judge or additional judges to the special court on the recommendation of Chief Justice of the High Court. They can even give more number of additional judges to the court to deal with the cases under the schedule offences. All the members who are appointed in these courts are judicial members, my friends. So jurisdiction of special courts. How far these special courts have their jurisdiction? They have all the powers of sessions, okay, powers of the court of sessions under the code of criminal procedure. They have all powers of sessions court which have the power under code of criminal procedure 1973. Where any question arises as to the jurisdiction of any special court, it shall be referred to the central government whose decision in the matter is final. This is very, very important. So, if a question rises whether this special court has jurisdiction beyond its territories or not, then that issue is dealt by the central government where their decision is final. Even the central government, my friends, can take a decision that a case from one special court can be transferred to another special court, and the central government have complete discretion, so that there is a transparency in the whole trial procedure, especially regarding the terrorist related crime. The Supreme Court, even see, Supreme Court can transfer a case pending before a special court to other special court within the state or other state in some exceptional cases where it is not feasible to conduct peaceful, fair, impartial and speedy trial. Similarly, even High Court within the state itself. High Court has power to transfer a case pending before the special court in the state and any special court within that state only. So, what are the important issues which are arising because of this amendment in this is, under the Schedule 7 of the Constitution, the police is a state subject, isn't it? The maintenance of public order and police forces is a matter of state list. However, the criminal law forms a part of concurrent list, where state can form a criminal law and also central can form a criminal law. And national security comes under the dominion of union list. So, small controversy, the state say that we are losing our federal nature, but center says that no, protecting the country from terrorists is a union list, so we can also frame such a policies. The central government gets the authority to have NIA take over the investigation of crimes which involve allegations of human trafficking, offences against Explosive Act and certain offences under Arms Act. However, not every criminal offence in the above act is a threat to the national security and the sovereignty, and consequently states have competency to deal with the same offences. So, people say not all these are a threat to the security, then why you need to do that? Okay. The amendment bill puts section 66F of the Information Technology Act into the schedule listing. That is what, my friend? That is, cyber terrorism is now under the control of NIA. Section 66F deals with cyber terrorism, but India does not have Data Protection Act and there is no definition of cyber terrorism. So, that is also a controversy. Even a small, like in the case of bully by case, it might also lead to the NIA. The amendment to the NIA Act also gives the agency to authority to investigate crimes committed by persons which are against the Indian citizens or affecting the interest of India. Previously, even the organizations were included by this amendment, not just a person, even the organization can also be prosecuted. However, the term affecting the interest of India, see, there is a very, very important term in this act. They said affecting the interest of India. There is no clear definition of this term, what exactly mean the affecting the interest of India, which is undefined and misused by government to curb the freedom of speech and expression. Especially this fear is with the people of Jammu and Kashmir and northeastern India. Further, the laws under which the NIA has the authority to investigate themselves do not mention affecting the interest of India as an offence. So, now we come to the end of this session on NIA, my friends. This is what all you need to know about NIA, its amendment, what are the negative natures and all those things. Now, let us try to solve a prelims question from National Investigation Agency. So, National Investigation Agency, let us see, consider the following statements. National Investigation Agency is a central agency established by Indian government to combat terrorism, it says. It's true. So, I can say it is correct. The agency is empowered to deal with terror related crimes across state without special permission from the states. As I have already explained you, there is no need to take consent from the state for the purpose of NIA investigation. It can directly lift the person and take. So, this is also a correct statement. A state government may require the central government to hand over the investigation of case to NIA. There is no clause like that, my friends. Only the center can give a case to NIA. It is the full discretion of the central government to give a case to the NIA. Which of the above statements are correct? Obviously option 1 and 2. So your answer will be what, my friends? 1 and 2 only will be your correct answer. In case of CBI, state may request, but in the case of NIA, the state cannot request. Let's see a model mains question which might come in your exam regarding National Investigation Agency. That is, discuss the mandate of National Investigation Agency. What are the impediments in the operative functioning? How can these concerns be addressed? Elucidate. They are saying what is the mandate. Mandate is nothing, my friends. Write down what exactly the operation is done. Its mandate is to protect the India from counter-terrorist activities, anti-counterfeiting of Indian currency, banknotes and anti-trafficking. All those is matter. All the schedule offences which from which the NIA protects us is its mandate. And what are the impediments in the operative functioning? As I told you, a police and public order is a state for subject. Sometimes state may not be ready to share the information with NIA. That might be an issue here. That one you can say. How can these concerns be addressed? Elucidate. So already the government, central government has been taking role by amending the NIA Act and even by close coordination with the state agencies, by clearly defining what exactly is the interest of India, interest of Union. Those terms need to be clearly defined, and all those things you need to write down. Friends, every point which is needed for this answer have been provided on these slides. Please try to read each and every slide what I have provided for you here. It is very, very important for you to read the slides. So friends, here we come to an end of this session. So thank you for watching our video. This is Nikhil from Telugu One Academy. Thank you.